Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can see from the title, is a date night video, and I decided to do this because a lot of times people forget that you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money to have a fun night in with your significant other. So tonight, Brandon and I will be making a meal by Home Chef, we will be doing a craft, and we will be spending a little bit of quality time together. And I'm going to also throw in some tips on how you guys can make the most of your date night at home. So let's go ahead and just get started with the video. So the first activity on the list for this date night is to eat. And the best thing I've found for an in-home date night is to make your meal together. You know you're gonna spend time eating it, so you might as well use the opportunity to spend more time together, talking and laughing by making your meal. And on this particular date night, Brandon and I decided to make a Home Chef meal. And if you're not familiar with Home Chef, I'm going to tell you all about it because it is perfect. Home Chef is a meal kit company that delivers meals straight to your front door, and it is very simple and convenient, especially if you have children and want to whip up dinner very quickly, or if you are trying to create a nice in-home date night like this. Each Home Chef box has pre-portioned ingredients, which eliminates the struggle we may sometimes face while searching the grocery store for exact amounts. If you choose Home Chef, you can go right on their website and choose any meal you'd like from their 17 menu options for that week. It's a given that the food is going to taste delicious, but they also have heart-healthy, calorie-conscious meals and even vegetarian options, which is awesome. So for this particular week, the meals that came in my box were minced beef Wellington, fig and goat cheese flatbread, Parisian bistro steak, and chili lime fish cakes. And for tonight's date night, Brandon and I are going to cook the chili lime fish cakes together. If you haven't tried Home Chef, I know the biggest question is probably how much does it cost? And you guys, if you select dinner, because they do also offer lunch and smoothies, the dinner portion is only $9.95 per serving. I was also able to get my viewers a discount code, which is Krista30 for $30 off of your first box. And if you travel often or just unable to use your Home Chef for any particular week, they do give you the ability to pause or skip your service for that week, and then you can turn it back on when you'd like. So if you are interested in trying Home Chef, you can just go to the link in my description and get started today. And don't forget to use code Krista30 for $30 off of your first box. Thank you so much, Home Chef, for sponsoring this video. So while I'm cooking and throughout the remainder of this video, I wanted to give everybody some pointers and tips on how you can make the most out of your date night. And if you have any tips that you'd like to share with me on how you like to have date night at home, please leave that in the comments below. I am all about bonding with my husband and trying to make the most out of our date nights, whether they're in home or a night out. So the first tips that I want to give, especially while you're cooking or eating your meal, is don't forget to flirt with your partner. Back in the day when you first started dating, you were probably flirting up a storm. I know I was. I was trying to be cute and relatable and approachable, and I wanted to get his attention. And I think that some couples forget after they've been dating for an extended period of time that it's okay to still flirt with your partner. Let them remember why they fell in love with you to begin with. So if that's a little joke or something that's going to make them laugh, don't be afraid to say it. Remind them that they can still have just as much fun with you now that they had with you back then, and that it doesn't always require going out of your home to have this much fun. And while you're eating your dinner, don't forget to ask them about their day. Make sure that you take an interest in what they're saying and ask how they're feeling. If you are a couple who's been together for a few years, I love to check in with Brandon and ask him how he feels. Is he happy in our marriage? Is there anything that I can do to make him feel even more at home or make him feel even more comfortable? And just any way that I can find to make myself a better wife, I ask him. And your partner should be asking those same questions as well. I like to ask Brandon those questions often, and those weekly check-ins really do help. So now we're moving on to the second phase of your date night, and this is the fun part where you guys get to do an activity together. So whether that's playing a board game or going hand in hand for a walk in your neighborhood or doing a craft together, I think that this is a fun component to a date night. I personally enjoy the idea of doing a home decor craft. That way you can display it, and every time you see it in your home, you both are reminded about that fun date night that you had together, and it may encourage you to take more time for each other. So tonight for our date night, Brandon and I are going to redo the Unity sand from our wedding. On our big day, we did not have enough sand to fill the entire jar, and I'm not 100% sure that we have enough to fill it tonight, but we only had 2 layers on our actual wedding day, and I figured it would be a fun activity to redo it, adding more sand to the box. When I told Brandon, he was very excited. We got married 4 years ago, so this was definitely a treat. Depending on what your fun activity is, if it's something where you're using your hands but you don't necessarily need to talk, you can always go online and print some relationship questions off, and you guys can ask each other the questions and start conversations that way. I recommend keeping the conversation light and fun. Don't bring up things that you guys know you need to discuss that are important at this time. Leave your stresses for the next day and just worry about reconnecting and focusing on the fun that you guys can have together in this moment. So we're moving on to the third phase of this date night, and that is to just do something that encourages togetherness. And by togetherness, I'm going to let your mind run with that. It can mean whatever you want it to mean. It can mean something as simple as holding hands, or for those married couples, it can mean intimacy. Just do something that encourages togetherness. If you need an idea or activity to start this, I love seeing couples on movies or hearing my friends talk about reading books together as a couple. So you can lay in bed together, cuddled up, and you both can take turns reading together, but you're cuddling, and that is a together activity. Or if you would like to spice it up a little bit more, you can take turns giving each other a nice back massage or even a foot massage, and that way you're having that contact and having that connection. Or you can do like what Brandon and I are doing on this particular night, because we have been so engrossed in this show. We are just cuddling and holding hands under a big cozy blanket and watching The Handmaid's Tale. And while it may not be the most spicy date night activity, this is just what we wanted to do. I love cuddling on the couch with Brandon, and I totally encourage you guys to do this as well. If you are watching a TV show, it just encourages closeness, and that can always help to strengthen a relationship. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this was able to help encourage you all to take a little date night for you and your significant other. And whether you do exactly what Brandon and I did tonight or do something a little bit different, I highly encourage you just to take that time with your partner. It is so important. And if you liked this video or this type of video, I ask that you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Also, tell me what you guys love to do on your date night down in my comments. And don't forget to check the link in my description box on how you can start Home Chef today. Thank you for watching. Bye.